Good to see everyone.
I can't believe we're having a Super Bowl party.
I know, is this okay? Like, should we be doing this?
Well, I've been super safe.
Same here.
Me too.
I have.
So then, masks off?
We are doing everything right.
Yeah, I don't understand how people are still getting sick.
Well, see, the problem is they're going out and doing normal activities, like seeing friends and stuff.
So stupid.
It's so disgusting. What about you, Shell? Single guy over there, you look lonely and depressed.
Absolutely. Of course, now it's all about Zoom dating. For me, it's just too awkward. So I've been having raw dog sex with strangers in the park.
Outside, with air, you're fine.
Welcome back to the Super Bowl of Satanism, brought to you by Pepsi and Beelzebub himself.
That's right, folks. It is a hard-hitting game, and it is a game where the one team is trying to score points, but the other team is trying to make sure they score more points than the other team. It is quite the battle between these two behemoths.
No one cares.
Behemoths, yeah.
No one cares.
Especially this year, man. I mean, I walked down to, after I got done with my interview, and I turned on the game for 5 minutes, and I just went, well, this is sports.
Yeah, well,
the
Twitters is blowing up with The Weeknd. Apparently his halftime performance was all sorts of satanic. Mostly if you follow the Church of Satan on Twitter, they're retweeting all of them. And yeah, it's just all these whack jobs saying that the Weeknd's performance was all kinds of satanic. So good for you, Weeknd.
Well, let's be clear about two parts. First of all, it's not the weekend. They're putting too much emphasis on the E. It's the Weeknd.
The Weeknd, yes.
So, the Weeknd. And secondly, I'm sure the Weeknd is fine, but he ain't no Shakira. He ain't no Shakira. He ain't no J-Lo.
Nope.
Why they're not back this year?
Just bring them back every year, I think. Yeah, so this is a TV10 podcast, episode 0353, I want to say.
That's right, 353 episodes.
All right.
That you get to listen to us blabber on, and it's super-sized edition?
We'll see about that.
Well, it's at 20% capacity. Let's say that.
Yeah, and the rest of it is just a cardboard cutout, so don't pay no attention to them.
Nope, but pay attention to us. I am Tommy Milagro.
I'm Bill Frost, and who are we drinking this week?
Well, unfortunately, the pipeline is pretty much blockaded. I can't get whiskey no more, but thank God. Thank God.
It's like you're living in the stand? Is this what you're saying?
Worse. Orem. I am living in these times, but thank God you were able to secure a bottle thanks to the Whiskey Ferry at Sugar House Distillery.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite labels. It's the black and the white and the blue just go nicely up against the brown of the liquor. It's gorgeous. It's almost a shame to
series.
It's almost a shame to drink it.
And yet, you're not going to have any problems with it whatsoever.
Only almost. Yes.
And of course, this is the third in their Boilermaker series, which usually when they do their Boilermaker series, they finish off the whiskey at Sugar House Distillery by barreling the whiskey into barrel casks used for other liqueurs. Previous times, I believe they did Uinta, and recently, this new bottle featured Mountain West cider.
Yes.
So basically, it's not White Claw, but it's more sophisticated, essentially.
The Beastie Boys didn't fight for your right to party for you to be drinking White Claw.
Exactly. The claw is not the law.
No.
Thank you.
No. And, so it's fine bourbon, if you will. But
it is fine sipping bourbon whiskey. And do you have your pinky up, sir?
I've got all the pinkies up. Yes.
Because in honor of Satan.
Yeah. We are recording as the Super Bowl is dwindling down to its final horrible finish, which will, of course, I'm pretty sure it will end on time. And I'm just predicting this now as we're live, as it's happening. I'm going to predict it ends on time, and there will be roughly 4 hours of commentary afterwards. But I hear that.
Oh, yeah.
But I hear then there's going to be the Equalizer with Queen Latifah.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll do well. And then later on in the night, Stephen Colbert is doing a special Super Bowl evening episode, and I believe his musical guest is Metallica.
Really?
Why you couldn't get them for the actual Super Bowl? Got me. But yeah, it's going to be Metallica, so there's that. And I just Kevin Nealon, formerly of Saturday Night Live, and of course Weeds. He's weighed in here now. Looks like a blowout. Half of the cardboard cutouts are already heading to the parking lot.
Are you sure it's not hurricane force winds that's blowing it out? Or
Yeah, maybe the wind picked up and they're just blowing all the cardboard cutouts
yeah,
via nature. Yeah.
it's not the strangest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah. So who was it that recently died? Did somebody famous just die?
Oh, tragedy!
I think I saw something from Frank Christ out there, but I've already forgotten who it was.
Christopher Plummer is dead.
Oh yeah, that's right, Christopher Plummer.
And granted, he's more of a theater actor.
Film
and,
actor, yes.
Oh yes, he was in the film, which he detested so much.
I don't know.
But
He probably never did any TV that I can think of.
I don't think he ever did TV at all that I'm aware of.
That would be beneath him.
Yeah, well, and this is the same dude that was Chang in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Okay.
I will say that's a big deal right there. I think, let's see, did anybody else important die? Nah, just him. So
Okay.
I think we're good.
All right.
Nobody
And
TV related.
well, we do have an upcoming death in the TV world. Wynonna Earp, one of my favorites on the Sci-Fi Channel, has been canceled. They're in the middle of their fourth season. We saw a few episodes last year, and now they're going to roll out the final 6 beginning in March, and that'll be the end of Wynonna Earp. And I'm not cool with that. Not cool with that at all.
I understand why they're doing it, but at the same time, Canadians, you got to fight harder. I'm looking at it. Look, this is a Canadian production. You can fight a little harder. We did it for Buffy. We did it for Veronica Mars. Why can't we have our drunken angel? Come on now.
Yes. But this is counterbalanced by some fantastic news that finally a reboot I can get behind, because the latest one I heard about was they were going to reboot fucking Frasier, and it's like, we don't need that.
Nope.
Just go watch Boss from Stars. You get all your Kelsey Grammer. But this is a reboot I'm totally in favor of. Is Mary Hartman going to be rebooted with the lead role going to Emily Hampshire of Schitt's Creek, but she's always going to be going to me from 12 Monkeys, a series you should definitely look up and watch on Hulu. It was on the site, ran on the Sci-Fi Channel for about 4 seasons or so, and you should look that up on Hulu and watch all of that. It's all kinds of timey-wimey and weird, but she was fucking fantastic in it, and so she's going to make a great Mary Hartman.
You know, we've tried to tell you to hash brown watch harder to 12 Monkeys, and now with Mary Hartman, is this another watch harder?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, between all of the Schitt's Creek people like Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, I don't know why that hasn't just all of the awards this show has won has not kickstarted a campaign to get SCTV available out there on streaming or even in a proper DVD collection. There's just like scattered random ones all over the place. We need more Schitt's Creek.
So, are we saying this is Canadian contraband at this point?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Schitt's Creek should have brought about the revival of SCTV, at least in some sort of archival form where we could actually watch it, but no.
All right, and this is also the title of our show, Canadian Contraband. So,
Sure, why not?
yeah, thank God I know some people in Canada that maybe could import us a thing or two. So,
Yeah.
you
Also,
guys are listening to me.
Also, a Vox reporter, Aaron Rupar, has weighed in. Stop the count. This is the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Stop the count.
Yeah, I think we could just turn away from this at this point. We're not focused on that type of ball playing. Okay.
Yeah, and the other good news we had here, we from FX and FXX, we got some return dates.
Oh yes.
Yes. First of all, Sons of Anarchy spinoff Mayans MC returns with the 10-episode third season. It's been off for almost. It's been off for over a year. Yeah, the third season, Tuesday, March 16th on FX. Next day, Hulu, of course.
Yay!
And also the following week, I think, Breeders, starring Martin Freeman and Daisy Haggard, returns for its second season on Monday, March 22nd.
What was Breeders about again?
It was about a married couple who have kids, and it's very British, but they're also they're complete dicks to their kids. At least Martin Freeman is.
Oh yeah, Bilbo Baggins
Yeah.
as a douchebag.
He's
Okay.
a complete dick to his children, and I love it. And also, they're going to be premiering a new series, Hysterical, documentary series spotlighting the women of stand-up, including people like Margaret Cho, Fortune Feimster, Rachel Feinstein, Nikki Glazer, Judy Gold, Kathy Griffin, Lisa Lampanelli, Eliza Schlesinger, Sherry Shepard, Bonnie McFarlane. The list goes on, but I don't see Jen Kirkman in here anywhere, so I'm kind of disappointed.
What about our own Melissa Merlot?
Yeah, she's not included in here.
You are dead to me.
Yeah, so we're not gonna watch this show until you get both Jen Kirkman and Melissa Merlot involved.
We ask so little. We have your ear. Come on, Hollywood. Listen to us.
And if they do a second season, they can right this wrong.
They better.
Yeah.
We will phone tree you to death. Don't think we won't do that.
And WandaVision, you keeping up on this?
Keeping up, not sure the fuck is going on anymore. Just like everybody else. I will say, this last, the episode before this with Darcy, just spectacular.
Yeah.
And Darcy is pretty much us. Can we just say that? She is our audience. What? I'm invested.
Yeah. Now I'm just curious, does the next episode move us into the 90s with the sitcoms? That's all I want to know.
Well, let's recap here for those of you who don't have Disney Plus and choose to actually watch on regular network TV like a poor person. I will say with WandaVision, it spins off the first at least 3-4 episodes into family sitcom universe.
Yeah, we've
It
kind of
goes from
the 50s onward, yes.
And it's definitely rip-offs to a degree of Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, and...
No, it's a tribute.
Oh, is that what it is?
Sure,
A tribute.
yeah. It's a tribute.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there was one point some of the sets on I think that this last episode, I think that was like the old Full House set. I think I remember reading Elizabeth Olsen, the more talented sister of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Yeah.
She made that comment like, I remember being around these sets as a kid. Memories. But Paul Bettany is just a treasure. Is just the befuddled husband in every way, shape, and form.
Yes.
Aww.
And,
So-
yeah. I'm trying to track down some news. I'll tell you what's on this week. It's not much.
Oh, okay.
The day this episode drops, you get the 4th and final season premiere of Black Lightning.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, on the C-Dub.
Okay.
Got that
So,
coming up on Wednesday. It's I know I promised not to mention this show any more than it needs to be mentioned, but the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City finally has their reunion show on Wednesday on the 10th on Bravo.
Okay. Do we need to get Merlot involved in this?
Possibly. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
Because we know she'll be watching it. We won't, but she will be watching it. Thursday, we have the debut of Clarice on CBS.
Oh, I was just seeing the ads for it during the sportsy ball.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty terrifying.
Pretty intense. Yeah, this the actress playing Clarice Starling is Rebecca Breeds. She's Australian, so she's not known here. It's kind of the same situation with what's her name who play in the Blacklist, Megan Boone, who plays Liz in the Blacklist. She was also an unknown Australian at the time, but at least Clarice won't be wearing a weird wig. Also in Clarice, so this is set in 1993, a year after the events of Silence of the Lambs, and now she's getting back out there in the field. But also starring in this are Cal Penn, and Cal Penn is in this, and Michael Cudlitz.
Really?
From The Walking Dead, yeah.
Okay, I only have one question as it relates to Clarice. What was the actress's name again?
Rebecca Breeds.
Okay, so is there any confirmation that Rebecca Breeds' accent or Southern accent is going to go in and out, just like
probably? I'm going to guess so. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. She had a pretty good resume in Australia. Nothing really. Couldn't find anything she'd done stateside here, but yeah, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. See how she does.
We will follow this story as it
develops. Yeah, and Saturday Night Live, hosted by Regina King from Watchmen.
Oh, and the recent director of A Night in Miami on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
So I am very invested in this now.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to top Dan Levy. He did a pretty excellent job on this weekend's Saturday Night Live.
Levy the Younger?
Yes. Levy the Elder also appeared, but yeah.
Yeah, Levy the Younger is better. Also a better nickname.
Yeah, and also premiering on Sunday. This is how I'm scraping to the bottom of the barrel here to come up with anything new that's premiering. The Luminaries on Starz. It's a period piece from the 19th century about about New Zealand and all sorts of bodice ripping drama. But
is there going to be hobbits involved?
No hobbits, but I am mentioning this because this stars Eva Green, and I'll check out anything with Eva Green in it, at least once.
Dude, you buried the lead.
Yes, I did.
Okay?
Yes, I did.
You should have started with that and then snuck in New Zealand.
Yeah. So there's that. That's all of the new stuff premiering this week. That's the best I could do. Well, there was one more piece of news here. There's going to be a Yellowstone prequel series.
What?
Yes. It's called, what the hell is it called? I think it's called just Why. Why 1883.
Really?
We're going back to the Wild West, yeah.
What is it? Why 1883?
Yeah. It's about the origins of the ranch.
Why, as in, why are we even doing this prequel?
Good one. Yes.
Why is this even a thing?
All of that. Yeah.
Why did Ryan Felipe give up on Reese Witherspoon? Oh no! Wait, that was a reverse. We know what you did, Ryan. You know what you did. Back in the corner.
And yeah, that's everything. Oh, and we got to pour one out for Lou Dobbs here.
Why? No, I'm not trying to add to the Yellowstone why joke. I'm just really wondering why.
Yeah, Lou Dobbs canceled after 20 years at Fox News. Oh, that's such a tragedy. Oh no, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, that's
he can
that's too
go start a
terrible.
podcast with Bill O'Reilly. That'll be fantastic.
No. You can't be wandering on our parking lot here, Sunshine. No. Sorry. This is for brown people only. Just kick rocks, all right? You just kick off.
He can start a YouTube show, but it'll probably won't last long.
Oh, I know something better he could do. He could go on Newsmax or OAN.
Well, I don't think they could afford him. Bill
matter.
O'Reilly turns up on Newsmax once in a while doing a show from his tool shed or something, but I don't think I don't think that'll happen there.
You know what's scarier is that you follow up more on this with accuracy than I do.
Yeah, I check in with Newsmax and OAN a little too often to see what's up, and it's just fucking awful. And Greg Kelly is now the new star of which one? Newsmax. And you may remember Greg Kelly is a frequent target of ridicule on The Soup back in the Joel McHale days.
Oh yeah,
when he was on local New York news, and I believe I think he also made at least one appearance in a Sharknado.
Jeez, that's the douche nozzle?
Yeah, but now he's reinvented himself as a right-wing anchor man, and it's fucking hilarious, and he recently got thrown out of a McDonald's for demanding a fish fillet for breakfast.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You know, I always wondered...
I thought this was America!
I always used to wonder about your drinking. Now, I don't need to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I just picture him channeling his inner Randy Marsh, like, oh, I thought this was America. Oh,
Jesus. Do we need a palate cleanser and some sports here at this point?
I believe so. Yeah, so it is time. It's sports. Tell me, Milagro, go team.
From the Sports Desk of the TV Town podcast, we are delivering to you the sport of professional wrestling fluid edition.
Huh? What?
It's what they call a vertical tease here. Just bear along. But let's
I got your vertical tease right here.
Of course you do. And no, I'm sorry, folks that are watching on the Teddy Bear Nanny Cams, our Cubic Zirconia watchers, you got to really pony up big time. I'm talking 3 bones now.
Yes.
Got to make it work for us. But let's work towards the other important stuff, and that is going to be in the news here. I think I'm going to start with, eeny, meeny, miny, MLW. That's Major League Wrestling, for those of you that don't know, and that is the sport I'm writing about for SlamWrestling.net, as I am a lucid luchador, MBA. Oh yeah, we're starting you off drinking hard here, folks. I've been covering a bit on their recent developments here. This last episode featured what was called a Backley brawl between Hammerstone and Mads Kruger. Now, Backley is South Afrikaner for fighting, but was it brutal or just banal? Hey, folks, you got to really read up on that. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to the Slam Wrestling newsletter so you could be in the know, like me.
A newsletter, you say?
A newsletter, yes,
Fancy.
Sir. I know. I am fancy as fuck, as everybody knows. But we're going to jump right into, let's see, I think we're going to go with some big news here, and that is, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, moving along to the WWE. So a couple of news items here. Cesaro had signed a new deal with the WWE, and it's also being reported that their next pay-per-view, that would be WWE NXT TakeOver, is called Vengeance Day, which will be on Valentine's Day.
V-Day. Nice.
Yeah. So there's more to worry about than BD, folks. That's right.
Yeah.
But this is actually going to be a good lineup here because it's going to be a triple threat match for the NXT Women's title. Toni Storm versus Mercedes Martinez versus the champion, Io Shirai. And then it's going to be the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals. This will be the first women's tag team in the NXT, where it has Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus the winner of Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell versus Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Then on the men's side, it's going to be the winner of the MSK Legado de Fantasma versus the winner of the Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa versus the grizzled young veterans. Then it's going to be for the North American title, where Kushida will go up against champion Johnny Gargano. And this is going to be the best match of the night. For the NXT title match, Pete Dunne will go up against the current champion, Finn Balor. Definitely worth seeing on that. Oh, and this is the part I was going to mention as far as MLW goes, just switching back to that. So this last episode that I wrote about, which you can catch on flamwrestling.net, they had a referee, Tim Donaghy, involved in the IWA Caribbean Championship match, a Caribbean strap match with Savio Vega and Richard Holiday, which Savio Vega lost in controversial fashion. Now, Tim Donaghy was the NBA ref who was charged and went to prison for gambling. So, because, in the NBA, that's a no-no. So now he's a crooked ref, and why this is happening 14 years after the fact, I couldn't begin to tell you there. But, hey, it fits. And then, let's see, as far as back to WWE goes, and because the XFL just cannot die a quick death, McMahon countersues Oliver Luck in XFL battle over breach of contract and misuse of iPhone. So according to this from Sportico.com, Luck sued McMahon and Alpha Agency in Connecticut federal court for breach of contract, seeking at least $23.8 million in damages. And then McMahon fired Luck ostensibly for cause on April 9, 2020. Since that time, McMahon is now just out for blood, or however much blood he can get from this stone here at this point. And apparently among the things that McMahon is alleging here, he says Luck abandoned his post and effectively went AWOL and had abruptly left XFL headquarters in Connecticut and disengaged from XFL operations and did not seek or obtain the approval of McMahon to leave the XFL's headquarters on March 30th, 2020 and not return to Connecticut. But, how can you argue that? Because there's this little thing that was starting to go around called, a COVID. So I guess more on that as it develops.
Sure. And keep in mind the XFL, if going forward, The Rock, if he knows what he's doing, he will introduce more of the wrestling aesthetic into the football, and by that I mean they need to introduce a sommelier. Yes, very, very good. I like that you keep up with the products, sir. Why has no one ever introduced a sommelier into wrestling before?
For a while, the guy that's Carmela's sommelier, I kept asking myself, why are they calling him a Somalian? He doesn't look Somalian, but I digress.
Wrong again. But yeah, that makes as much sense as poetry at the Super Bowl, and I'm all for it.
Well, and speaking of things that really don't make sense, WWE's investor call last weekend was a very interesting one. So, according to the WWE president, Nick Khan, he says that on Thursday's fourth quarter investor call, as reported by Bob Kapoor of SlamWrestling.net, the eyeballs have simply shifted to other platforms. And he goes on to say, quote, "If you look at our Facebook numbers, which are significantly up the last 6 months or so, including the revenue against those numbers, we think the eyeballs are there." Noting that the U.S. election coverage and pandemic coverage may have taken focus from viewers, quote, "We believe with a continued great in-ring product that the eyeballs are continuing to grow and will result in more linear eyeballs. We feel good about our position and think our network partners do as well, since they just recently joined NBC Universal, and now they're part of the Peacock streaming series." So, now, as you are a TV critic of note here, Mr. Frost,
Sure.
what part of this feels like bullshit to you at this point?
Pretty much all of it.
Yeah. Oh, but wait, there's more.
Okay.
There'll be more piggybacking, predicted company president Nick Khan, citing that a couple of examples where the company was able to generate interest from arrangements. He said, "During a football game, we announced the next 3 WrestleMania locations. Just that announcement on a linear platform went viral during a football game. The Royal Rumble pre-show that aired on Fox drew over 1 million viewers. There will be more of that kind of thing."
Okay.
So, yeah, if you believe that, I have some subredditors you should really talk to. And finally,
everybody always says, our streaming numbers are far, far outpacing our broadcast numbers, and you just kind of have to take their word for it.
Because, and we've talked about it before on the podcast, there's no way to actually quantify those numbers because the data is in their hands.
Yeah.
So whatever that means, yeah, sure, Netflix, we believe you when you say the Cloverfield Paradox was a great movie. But come on, folks.
Oh, God. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yes, it's still seared in my brain. But thankfully, as I'm trying to sip some other juice while you have the genius juice.
Yes.
Last 2 items I will bring up here. Since you brought up The Rock, and we should point out that Young Rock is going to be coming up pretty soon, which is going to talk about, well, it's a show that's dedicated to The Rock as he was growing up in his various stages of youth.
Young Rock.
And yes, Young Rock. So the best part is it's no Young Sheldon. But I would say if you want to see family-friendly Rock, I would turn to certain movies of his, such as, I would say, Race to Witch Mountain, The Game Plan, both on Disney+, and The Tooth Fairy by 20th Century Fox, which you could probably rent on Prime Video. Why are you bringing up those movies, you ask?
Could I add one?
Oh, please.
Be Cool. Be Cool was the what was it, 2005 sequel to Get Shorty, and
That's right.
It was one of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's very, very early forays into acting. And my God, he was funny as hell. It's on HBO Max and HBO.
Oh,
yeah,
very good.
It's not a great movie, but his parts are fucking great.
And I will definitely say the reason I'm going to those family movies is because you can read more about my take on those in a new column coming to SlamWrestling.net called Squared Circle Cinema and Shots. Yes.
How about that?
That's right.
Mm.
That's right. These movies, you'll feel that you're going to get it as family as fuck, folks.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically the premise is going to be I'll watch a movie involving a wrestler, and judging on that, I will tell you how many shots it's worth. So one shot means you can sip through because you want to really retain the memory and hold it in your head.
Okay.
Whereas 4 shots means, oh dear God, I found something worse than Santa with muscles.
Oh, yes.
That's very much going to be the criteria going forward, kids.
All right.
So-
this sounds great.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get it sometime this weekend, probably this Friday as this episode drops, which is also going to lead to finally this. It was reported over the weekend, former WWE wrestler, and let me pull up the story here, which we at slamwrestling.net released here. Gabe Tuft was known as Tyler Rex. Rex was a member of the rebooted ECW in 2009 and joined SmackDown when the brand was shuttered. Rex was best known for teaming with Kurt Hawkins and causing chaos in NXT. But Rex left in 2012 to spend more time with family. And since then, the former Rex has definitely been transitioning from one role to the next, doing a fitness company in Body Spartan to a motivational speaker, and now you can add that Gabe Tuft is now Gabby Tuft.
Oh, okay.
And-
I saw this. Yeah.
Gabby Tuft is transitioning in more ways than one, and yours truly, along with Professor Kilo Zamora, professor of gender studies at the University of Utah, had the opportunity to interview her, which you will see very soon at slamwrestling.net.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we're trying to say is that as in life, so in wrestling as well as in genders, everything moves in a fluid motion because it's sports.
And sports. It's Tommy Milagro. Go team. All right. That was an action-packed sports report.
That's right. And, oh yeah, all the writing I'm going to be doing this week, oh my fucking God, what did I do? But I'm okay with this. So if any of my editors, like John Powell, Greg Oliver, Jamie Hemmings, Bob Kapoor, yeah, I'm probably going to be fried after this week. Canada, send to me.
Yeah, they'll do it. And while we're plugging stuff, go to slugmag.com or billfrost.tv. Billfrost.tv.
Is that your content shifter?
Yeah, billfrost.tv. You'll be able to find it quicker there. I rounded up 9 '90s movies of the cyberpunk genre. Some more better fitting in that genre than others. I don't know that Demolition Man was technically fits in the cyberpunk genre, but I had to include it because it's one of my favorites. Because it's the future. It's the future. It's here. It's now. And also
it's future as fuck.
Yeah. And I also had to throw in Kari Wurr's Fatal Conflict just because
because Kari Wurr.
Yeah, it's terrible, but it's also set in the future, and it basically, the plot of that movie is that we have prison planets in the future, and the inmates took one over and turned it around, and now they're going to crash it into L.A., and only Kari Wurr can stop them.
Right. It's the taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 with Kari Wurr.
Pretty much, yeah. And so check that out at billfrost.tv and slugmag.com. And my watch harder is I've been checking out the Night Stalker series on Netflix.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's only...
Is it that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's only like 4 episodes long. It's very slickly produced. It's very much in that vein of your true crime docs. It's got, it's almost a parody how it's paced and how it's filmed, but still pretty nicely done. And a few things, I thought I knew most everything about that case, but I was wrong. There's a few things I learned. I'm only halfway through it. It's only like 4 episodes, so I'd recommend that. Check that out.
Okay.
Anything you want to recommend people check out?
Let's see. I will say if you just need to have a bit of funny, but you don't have a lot of time, I would say on HBO Max, go to Adult Swim, and I would check out Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. And I would also say on the Disney Channel, if you feel like you're not done with enough Star Wars, I would say Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Rebels will scratch that itch, because a lot of what they talk about in Mandalorian really is good connective tissue.
All right.
It binds together and penetrates, kind of like the Force or Army Hammer after a bender. The point is, it is very, very good TV to watch harder.
All right. We're going to close it
Probably
out.
should not have mentioned. Yeah, probably shouldn't have mentioned Army Hammer. I'm sorry about that.
Oh yeah. What's he up to? Anyways, close it out here. TV10 Podcast episode 0353. We want to thank Sugar House Distillery for the the technical title always fails me here. What the full title of this booze?
Hang on, I'll help you out because the genius juice is taking hold. That would be the Boilermaker series bourbon by Sugar House Distillery. I don't think they have any more left, but that's okay. Stop by Sugar House Distillery. They have lots of other great spirits to be had, like their silver rum, their vodka, which, is Russian for water. So really you're keeping hydrated. Then I would say their rye, their bourbon whiskey, and their malt whiskey is very tasty too.
Yeah.
But we should also thank our other sponsors, like Outlaw Distillery. And then, of course, there's our good friends at Ogden's Own, the fine purveyors of Five Lives Vodka, Madame Patarini Gin, the Porter's Fire, and, of course, the Porter's Peanut Butter Whiskey, along with their rye whiskey, Très Magnifique. The Underground, if you want to be more than a Jägermeister. And, of course, if you are stuck in a basement somewhere, the sixth basement, that's where you can find Bill Frost and his pallets and pallets of Bohemian Brewery beer.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I would highly recommend, if you're in downtown Salt Lake, you should stop by, say hello to Ivy at Boostique, and then get yourself a little champagne glass and have your sommelier pour you a little bit of the bubbly here and just go pinkies up like you're rich.
Yeah. All right. Good night, America.
Oh, and before we go, just remember, rate us on the platforms.
Sure.
We need more of your ear holes to move linearly from those other places. And, of course, rate us using your eyeballs on the social medias that we're on, which would be Facebook, Twitter, and our gmail.com, all TV10 Podcast. Anybody else or anything else I'm forgetting at this point?
Also, Amazon podcasts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're on that now. Wait, is that the reason Jeff Bezos left? Is that the reason?
Yeah, he finally said, well, obviously quality control is out the window, so am I.
Bezos out, bitches.
Yes.
Well, in that case, have we hit it? Have we scraped the barrel here at this point?
Yep, you know what to do.
All right, well, let me jiggle that handle, sir. It's time to flush.
There's only me and my